This video is brought to you by Movie, a curated streaming service showing exceptional films from around the globe, plus a ticket to the cinema every week. Get a whole month free at movie.com/Anupama. A giant abandoned ship as the setting for a horror film is a terrific idea. There are umpteen cramped spaces to explore, long, lonely corridors, and a maze of interconnected interiors to get lost in. Even in the daylight, it's sad and spooky. Debutant director Bhanu Pratap Singh takes the true incident of a cargo ship stranded at Juhu beach in Mumbai and spins a story about why it's haunted. Bhoot starts promisingly. The signature Dharma tune, plays as this moldy door creaks open. We associate that tune with star-driven family dramas, and this subversion is clever and amusing. Early in the film, Bhanu creates two superb jump scares. You know they're coming, but you still scream. The audience I saw the film would shrieked and then broke into laughter to diffuse the tension. The setup is solid. The digital effects and production design are effective. DOP Pushkar Singh and sound designer Anish John construct a dark and gloomy atmosphere. The ship, especially those devastated interiors, brims with menace. And at the center stands Vicky Kaushal as Prithvi, a shipping officer in charge of getting the ship called Seabird out of the Indian waters. Prithvi has his own tragic backstory which complicates the task at hand. He lost his wife and daughter in an accident and is haunted by the loss. Prithvi has been prescribed medication for his hallucinations. In a poignant scene, he says that he doesn't take it because it's the only way to meet his family. Is Prithvi hallucinating or is the Seabird actually haunted? Bhanu plays with this psychological drama, skillfully constructing situations in which Prithvi's own tragedy and the horrors of the ship seem to meld. So I settled in, thinking that Bollywood would finally deliver an efficient horror movie. It might not have the layers and craft of a Tumbad, but it would pack enough frights and twists to keep you hooked. Sadly, no such luck. Bhanu plays with the usual horror tropes: creaking doors, found footage, mirrors, children, dolls, and cell phones not working exactly when you need them to. Which isn't the problem. You pretty much sign up for this when you go into a horror film. The trouble is that beyond that first hour, the screenplay gets repetitive and increasingly silly. And eventually, we arrive at Ashutosh Rana playing Professor Joshi, some sort of expert in paranormal activity, which is pretty much exactly what he did in Vikram Bhatsraj 18 years ago. You remember Professor Agni Swaroop? Why, I wonder, is this fine actor summoned whenever a film needs someone to spout mumbo-jumbo? Here he says, हमें उस बुरे साये के बारे में पता करना होगा वरना हम उसकी मदद नहीं कर पाएंगे. In the climax, he's wielding some sort of ghost detecting machine and chanting furiously, hoping that the Bura Saya will be defeated by his ability to recite mantras without pausing for breath. It's unintentional comedy. I also started worrying for Vicky, who gets battered and beaten throughout the film. He's either falling or being hit or being flung around. It looks arduous and I really hope he got paid well. Vicky is one of our finest actors, but here he's trying to instill emotion and depth into material that has little place for it. At one point, for no reason, Prithvi goes into the ship alone in the middle of the night and of course ends up being slammed by the Bhoot. I wanted to reach into the frame and just slap some sense into him. This continues for almost 2 hours, and by the time we start unraveling what actually happened on Seabird, we don't really care. The numerous shots of long, creepy corridors in Bhoot seem inspired by Stanley Kubrick's classic The Shining, in which a writer and his family grapple with evil in a sprawling hotel which is closed for the winter. The Shining was so terrifying that even a stray image from the film, blood gushing like waterfall from the elevators, will give you nightmares. Bhoot comes nowhere close to creating the terror of that. Neither does it match Ram Gopal Varma's 2003 Bhoot, which was also genuinely terrifying. This Bhoot squanders its own promise, and the title Part 1 The Haunted Ship suggests there will be more. Be afraid. Now to tell you a little bit more about Movie. It's a film streaming service that premieres 2 new films every day, showcasing the best of Indian cinema on their Movie India channel and classic international hits on Movie World. This week, I highly recommend you check out Bimal Roy's Devdas for the intensity of its love story and for Dilip Kumar in all his glory. Plus, as part of your subscription, you get a hand-picked cinema ticket every single week to see the best new films at your local PVR cinema with MovieGo. And because you're friends of Film Companion, you can get Mubi and MovieGo free for 30 days at mubi.com/Anupama. That's mubi.com/Anupama for a whole month of great cinema.